The ancient archives of the Galactic Tribunal hummed with activity as Archivist Prime Velnoth prepared to address the newest class of interstellar law students. The crystalline beings' form flickered with nervous energy as young representatives from 43 different species settled into their learning pods. Today we study the most controversial legislation in galactic history, Velnoth announced, his harmonics carrying undertones of genuine unease. The Human Warfare Prohibition Act, unanimously passed by every member species exactly 57 standard cycles ago. A young Aquarian student raised a tentacle. Archivist Prime, surely this law discriminates against a sentient species? How is such legislation legally defensible? Velnoth's crystalline structure dimmed, his species equivalent of a heavy sigh. That, young scholar, is precisely what we believed. Until the Kepler incident. The chamber's holographic projectors activated, displaying the court records from the most infamous legal case in galactic history. The images showed a modest human colony ship, the New Horizon, drifting peacefully through contested space. The humans had established a small agricultural colony on Kepler 186f, Velnoth continued. Population, 8,000. No military installations, no weapons manufacturing, no strategic value whatsoever. When the Vorthan Empire and the Crystalline Coalition went to war over the system, both sides agreed the human colony was irrelevant. A draconian student's scales rippled with confusion. Then how did they become involved? The Vorthans demanded tribute, 30% of their harvest. The Crystalline Coalition countered, demanding 40%. Standard wartime taxation of neutral parties. Velnoth paused, his form flickering ominously. The human's response was unexpected. The holographic display shifted to show colonial records. A human woman named Governor Martinez appeared, addressing both alien fleets simultaneously. She told them no, Velnoth stated flatly. Not just refuse payment. She told both massive invasion fleets to leave human space immediately or face consequences. The alien students erupted in clicking, chittering laughter across a dozen languages. The concept was absurd. 8,000 farmers threatening 2 galactic superpowers. The Vorthan admiral found this amusing, Velnoth continued, until Governor Martinez's next transmission. She informed both fleets that they had 24 hours to withdraw, or the humans would solve the problem permanently. The laughter died abruptly. What could they possibly do? Whispered a gaseous nebula dweller. Velnoth's form brightened to maximum luminosity, his species' expression of absolute terror. They contacted every human colony within 50 light years. Every single one. The display showed hyperspace signatures appearing throughout the system. Not warships, cargo vessels, passenger liners, mining ships, research platforms, and even luxury cruise ships. Hundreds of them. Each ship carried human civilians, Velnoth explained, his voice growing increasingly strained. Farmers, engineers, teachers, doctors. And each ship carried the same message to both fleets. You threatened our people. Choose your weapon. A stunned silence fell over the classroom. The Vorthan admiral chose orbital bombardment, Velnoth continued. The Crystalline Coalition admiral selected his finest ground assault forces. Both expected easy victories against civilians. The holographic display shifted to tactical recordings. What followed defied every principle of warfare known to galactic civilization. The farmers had weaponized their agricultural equipment. The doctors had synthesized biological agents from local flora. The engineers had turned mining charges into guided explosives. The teachers had organized the most efficient resistance network in recorded history. Images flashed across the display. Improvised weapons, coordinated ambushes, psychological warfare campaigns that had enemy soldiers surrendering en masse. But the most terrifying aspect, Velnoth's harmonics cracked with remembered horror, was their coordination. Every human colony acted as a single organism. When Kepler 186f came under attack, colonies on distant worlds began sabotaging Vorthan supply lines. Civilians on pleasure cruises started hacking crystalline communication networks. The display showed the aftermath. Two of the galaxy's mightiest fleets in complete disarray, their commanders requesting immediate ceasefire after less than 72 hours. The humans didn't just win, Velnoth concluded. They absorbed both fleets, convinced the crews to defect, offered them better working conditions, and within a month had integrated alien military technology into their own infrastructure. A trembling hive mind representative asked the question they all dreaded. What was the final casualty count? Human losses, 17 injured, none killed. Combined alien casualties, 43,000. Velnoth's form flickered with the patterns of legal precedent. The tribunal's ruling was unanimous. Humans do not fight wars. They solve problems. And their solutions are invariably more terrifying than any conventional warfare. The chamber fell silent as the implications settled in. The Human Warfare Prohibition Act, Velnoth finished, exists not to restrict humans, but to prevent them from accidentally conquering the galaxy every time someone threatens their farmers.